What is good, my fellow peasants? 5S14 Minfilia. I think she's about to end it. Minifilia. She's ready to sacrifice herself to bring back Mum Filia for terrible effect. How will Thancred react? This is gonna be an angsty stream, baby. I'm ready for them feels. Let's do it. Hello, my Final Fantasy P-Sense. Woo! What is good? Right, it's a bit of a later stream than normal, but maybe this is a better time for peeps. Hello, Raquel. What is up, mate? Happy Thursday. And guys, Saturday, big Crash 4 stream. The whole crew's assembling. We'll Crash 4 it up. Evil God. Hello, mate. Demios. But yeah, I'm a little bit late because I've also been doing a Vincent Valentine theory. What will Vince's role in the remake be? I think it's going to be huge. I'm also a little bit late because I hurt myself this morning. I don't just break my tech, I also break myself. I am injured. Very, very injured. I've had blood flowing down my leg all day. So, pity tips, please. £100 medical bill, please. We don't have free healthcare here in the UK. We do. I'm sorry, I should have said that. I feel bad for you, Mary Bros. Hello, Lumino. What's up, mate? What happened? There was an innocent civilian, a maiden who needed saving, as well as a bus full of children. I dove in and I saved them. I'm a hero. That's what happened. Nothing embarrassing like flopping off my bike on a bunch of wet leaves at 6:30 in the morning. Oh, hello, Omega Dragoon. Thank you so much, mate. 3rd month of tier 1. Ooh. So yeah, we've been roaming around the world, learning about this little out village that once had a train track running through them. Meeting some new flamboyant characters. And yeah, we're trying to get into the mine. Yeah, Vincent video. There's some super interesting thoughts I've had about Lucretia, or Lucrezia, however you say it, and what her role might be, but all I can say is 7 Remake, very quickly before we start this. There is so much symbolism, rich symbolism that Square Enix have weaved into that game in such subtle ways. It actually hurts my soul because so much of the beauty of what is in the remake and the deep, intricate thought that has gone into it, most of it is lost on people. Of course it is. But hopefully as the series go on, it will just elaborate and expand those points. But the whole of the remake is just a battle for the planet's soul between negative and positive. And Vincent operates a very unique space because the more negative the planet becomes, the more powerful chaos becomes. And I've been looking at, so if there's more negativity being weaved into 7 Remake, which we see quite a lot, Cloud trying to execute Johnny or Reno, something that will corrupt Cloud, but even things like the war in Wutai. Why is that suddenly being inflamed? Why is that back? Well, war is an inherently negative, terrible thing. So that would bolster the terror corrupt, a war. So who's pulling the strings of making that happen? These have been all my thoughts today. But yeah, I've also been wondering if we're going to get like Vincent's limit breaks. Like he transforms into some crazy things, like a behemoth, Frankenstein's monster, freaking Jason. And obviously they did away with that in Dirge Cerberus, so I do wonder if we're going to get all of Vincent's multiple forms. Yeah, the tinfoil hat is a cooking baby. But how's your day been, guys? Tell Uncle Pez, are you well? Is the fabric of society tearing apart in your local area? But very quick thing before we start, actually, because the next theory I want to do is about sin. And I didn't realise, in Advent Children there's Bahamut sin. Well, I didn't realise Bahamut came from Arabic law and culture, mythology, and it's actually a mistake between the Christian Bible and Arabic, where Bahamut they basically confused for Kujata, which Kujata held up the world on the back of Bahamut the whale, and they actually mixed Kujata Bahamut with also a behemoth. So Bahamut got its name from a behemoth. And it's curious, Bahamut's sin, Vincent turns into a behemoth in one of his forms. But that's going to sound all really weird and out of context. You'll see it when the theory video lands. Day has been shit! Arsehole housemates are stupid customers. All customers are stupid. I hate the general public. I hate the general public. Anyone who has to work with them, you have my deepest of sympathies. But let's proceed. Jerick, take us away, mate. Nice work out there. And now you know the story of the trolley. Won't do much good without the Talos, though. If there was even a single one that still functioned, things might be different, but, well, here we are. Give me that sweet XP. Wait, which sin? FF10? No, Bahamut's sin. Bahamut's sin in Advent Children. And actually, the naming scheme is based on... It's like a square root formula. When you've got Terraflare, Exaflare... you'll see it in the video when it comes, but the one that Bahamut Sin lands in Advent Children would be Pentaflare. Pentaflare. Which makes me wonder what Zetaflare is. Basically, the Bahamuts and their flares are scaled up on square root algorithms. It's really strange. You'll see. Despite his better judgment, Jerick is considering throwing you a bone. Not that it'll do any good, but we do have a Talos we've been meaning to repair. You could have led with that, mate. I can show you if you'd like. It'd certainly be nice to hear something other than Magnus's griping for a change. Yeah, Magnus is the town drunk. His family died to sin eaters, and he's lost his way. I think it was Pentaflare or it was Petaflare. I thought you would connect to the two games again. Nah, it won't be a 10 and 7 connection. Though, saying it very quickly, guys, there is a tweet I wanted to run by you this stream. Did they ever reply to me? I saw this an hour ago. This is not a drill. New Type 0 stuff coming to 14. I repeat, this is not a drill. Is Adam James trolling me? What's going on? Have you heard any Type 014 news? Or they're just trying to tickle my balls? Because if so, that is fucking hype and I will lose my bizzle. I don't know. I know. The fact that you were all saying what makes me think they're probably just tickling my balls. Oh, there we go. Orion J, the sorcerer. Thou art come to examine the Talos. I art come. Looks like someone's already beat us here, but please, look about as much as you like. What I've got to do, examine the defective tools. The defective Talos. Oh, I was just doing it. Check 14 Twitter. I think I'm following the 14 Twitter. I really should. Truly a most vexing state of affairs. I thought mayhap a closer examination might yield something of value. Hopefully they drag this part out as long as possible. Mini-Philly's gonna die. I see. The means to build Talos stone by Talos stone by stone are lost to us. 'Tis true, but here before us slumbers a most fine specimen. God, it's so dark in here right now. Indeed, were it not for a few minor failings, it would be in working condition. I need to switch the light on. Well, that's why I don't usually check 14 stuff on social media or current content. I even avoid trailers by and large, because yeah, spoilers, man. Oh, it's very spoilery. Alright, just tell me if the Type 0 thing is happening. Unless you can't tell me because it's spoilery. Indeed, were it not for a few minor failings, it would be in working condition. 'Twill likely require naught but a few modest repairs and a suffusion of ether. See, is that? Wow, If you think you can get this thing up and running, far be it for me to stop you, but what exactly do you reckon is the problem? Talos is sad. I should stress that I have performed only the most cursory of examinations, though such arcane constructs are not wholly unfamiliar to me, as I did suspect them from the first. It is host to a network of veins through which ether floweth freely. Is Orion J, did he learn in Shalea? Is he a Shalea prodigy? Or so it would, were not for several fractures which now impede said flow. How in the hell did you get all that just from a glance? I take it you've thought up a solution as well, then? To bridge these fissures requireth a material highly conductive to ether. Once in place, I believe it will be possible to restore the Talos to life. Orion J, MVP. Might I prevail upon thee to acquire that which we require? Not far beyond the walls of Twine dwelleth a creature of living stone, the Debitage. Full sure am I that stone from such a being would prove most suitable to our needs. Will Tabata be a final boss? Tabata, don't say his name, it hurts. Either way, if Type 0 getting toward is true, it would make Pez squee. I'm right. I'm right, mate. I'm right. Very good. I shall have Thagrid and Minfilia attend me in the remaining preparations. I spied but 3 obstructions to the flow of ether in the Talos, and thus when I ask you provide 3 stones of the Debitage, all else will be made ready upon thy return. Yeah, the reason why, when I saw that tweet, I immediately thought, oh, it makes so much sense to do a Type 0 thing. What with 16 having such Type 0-y themes? I'm still curious why there was the Type 0 Behemoth as well. Instead of remake. It weren't just an Easter egg. It weren't. There's more to it. Ah, thank you, Shadow Link. Your community is awesome, Bez. They're an alright bunch, aren't they? I watched the entire Catherine playthrough and no one ever spoiled the game, even when you asked the chat directly. Oh yeah. My stream is probably one of the strongest at not spoiling stuff. I think they just got so used to it because I ask so many rhetorical questions. All over the place. But yeah, the mods do an amazing job. Praise be to the mods. To be honest, I just want to do something with Type 0. It's going to reach its 10th anniversary next year. Ooh, is it? That's saucy. I just want them to do more mid-range, man. Yeah. How dare you attack my Debitage? Look at this thing. Weirdly enough, looking at Vincent's limit breaks, he had something very similar, actually almost identical to that Debitage. One of his limit breaks, he brings like a skull out of the floor, made of the earth. Chaos is that Vincent is actually very, very dark. It's crazy. The only person more depressing than Cloud is Vincent. But yeah, I've been asking a question on Facebook, and maybe one of you can answer for me. I've been very confused about how Lucrezia got made into crystal stasis. Because when you see her in OG, she's not in the crystal. She's just sort of sitting in the cave. She has a chat with Vincent. Lucretia says about how, you know, she's been dreaming of Sephiroth every day, her child. Asks Vincent if her child is still alive, and Vincent says no. Then she turns into crystal. I'm thinking, hold up. So was Lucretia just sitting in that cave for 20 years? But yeah, I honestly didn't even know. I actually didn't know that she actually has Genova cells. I knew it because obviously I played the game, but that detail totally crossed my mind. Lucretia has Genova cells. That's pretty huge. And it explains why she can do some of the stuff she can do. Because yeah, she's pretty much immortal as well. Wish we had a mage. Wish we had a mage like him around sooner. As you might imagine, we've had trouble convincing people to come here to help. They either refuse outright or demand payment far beyond anything we could hope to afford. This is why we've made such little progress in repairing the Talos. We've poured over every scrap of paper left behind by Daedalus Stoneworks, hoping we might learn how it's done. But there just isn't enough. So Vincent only saw her outside the crystal when she wasn't. What do you mean? Thancred and Minfilia will return ere long with the remaining supplies we require. Didst thou succeed in procuring stone from the Debitar? Of course I did. When have I ever failed a mission, Oriarjay? Fine specimens, one and all. You have my thanks. We need now but wait for Thancred and Minfilia's return. Come on, get me into these mines. My body is ready for this next section of the story. My emotions are ready. Hit me. Hit me, Yoshida. Hard as you can. From end to end, the paths by which ether may flow through the Talos have been duly mended. They but require sufficient endowment. It's not moving. Strange, the core refuseth to stir. I fear the condition of this Talos is more dire than I previously surmised. Oriarjay failed. As a heart driveth blood through man's veins, so doth the core ether throughout this massive frame. Failing its repair or replacement, the Talos cannot be replaced. Restored. So it was the heart after all. Thou didst foresee this outcome? Well, no exactly. We'd never gone this far in trying to repair it, so we had no way of knowing the heart was the real problem. We tried to find another in case things turned out as they are now, but... Jarek? I like Jarek's coat. Very cool coat, Jarek. Yeah, Square Enix really dropped the ball on the PC stuff. They said they do for 15. By and large, Square Enix have really shit run on the PC. FF13 Trilogy was poo on the PC. And there's always all kinds of issues and a bit suboptimal. Wait, is that the Work to Game? Mate, love your channel. Hello, Work to Game, how you been? This isn't really my story to share. Please, Jarek, if something went wrong, maybe we can help. We've got to go speak to Magnus, no doubt. All right. After all you have done for me, I suppose it's the least I can do. Did you hear the latest FF16 news, Pez? I mean, I've been typing in. This is me. Final Fantasy 14 Type 0. I was typing in, trying to see what's happening. Oh, I've got my news page up. I was looking, I always look. But I haven't heard. So apparently the story for 16 is pretty much complete. And they're also recruiting staff for FF16 also. When you say the story is pretty much complete, what does that actually mean? Because I would expect, at the very minimum, if it's been 4 years in development, that they've got the arch of the story all fleshed out. Let's have a quick look. Scenario production already complete. Basic development scenario production, Final Fantasy 16 already complete. According to the recruitment page, we've already completed basic development and scenario production. Continue to create large-scale resources and build boss battles with expanding our various different... Yeah, also most of our staff are carrying out their work remotely. I've always wondered how that realistically works. What with the COVID, games being created. Because it really does seem like it is something that you would need everyone in the office for, but... Maybe not. But yeah, that pretty much aligns with what we know. It's been 4 years in development, 3 of which have been conceptual and sort of groundwork. A year has been in full dev, so that makes a lot of sense. That's more or less a rewording of that exact same thing. But yeah, I agree. I think we're going to get a 2021, early 2022 release. I hope Jarek doesn't get in trouble for telling us what happened. What could be so terrible you'd want to keep it from us? Though the Talos yet wants for a beating heart, it would appear thine efforts were not for naught. Mine efforts in clearing up vulture nests. Jarek may come to regret his next decision. Alright. Why then? The Talos, their hearts cannot be made of just any stone. You need a special sort with a sufficient ethereal conductivity. Both it and the other materials used in the construction of Talos bodies are mined in the same place. That place, of course, being here, the Hills of Amber. And it was 3 years ago when she... Magnus's wife? No, I can't. I'm sorry. But you'll have to hear it from Faith or someone else. Something terrible is afoot. Maybe... Ooh. What if Magnus's sin-eater wife has the stone we need? Back to the tavern, then. That'd be pretty grim. What was that? Oh. I thought that was a quest of some sort. Oh, Gerarda. Where's this floofy coat? Oh my god, that's a Squall Leonhardt coat, that. Squall Leonhardt floof. Very cool. Wow, Lajadim. Lajadim, Aladdin. Tier 1. Thank you so much, buddy. Thank you. Where's Magnus at? Oh, Magnus is left. Still here, eh? Well, you can ask again, but the answer's the same. Our trolleys are... What? God damn it, Jarek. You could have at least finished so I wouldn't have to clean up your mess. Seeing how you've made such quick progress in fixing that Talos and all, he's probably thinking you could help change things around here. And I think he may be right. Gather your friends, and I'll tell you what you want to know. Oh, that's that little poster in the background. Does that look a bit of 14 art?
Magnus's wife was a miner, you know.
I feel like I've seen it.
Greatest prospector there ever was.
Yeah, here we go. Magnus's wife was a miner. Yeah.
When the golem heart started failing, she was the first to head out in search of more.
She's got the stone.
Problem was, most of the veins ran dry ages ago, and finding fresh ones to tap's only gotten harder. But she wasn't one to be deterred. She just kept digging deeper and deeper. And then the mine collapsed. We labored day and night to clear away the rubble, but it took us 2 months to find her.
Oh, I thought she got turned to a sinier.
To find her body.
Oh, she had a mine collapse.
Magnus has never been the same since.
Where is he, if you don't mind my asking?
Ah, yes, well, if he's not here, there's only one other place he'd be.
Getting crushed, a horrible death. I don't know. If it's slow, if you're buried under rubble... In fact, actually, I think there was something in the news recently. Someone... I can't remember what country it was. He filmed himself trapped under rubble for weeks, I think it was. Didn't actually watch the video. I thought it'd be too depressing. But I don't know. If Titan's going to step on you, that's an alright way to go. Like, you'll just be like, dead. Quick. Right. Easy.
Oh...
If I had to have one summon kill me, it'd be Titan. Just squish me, mate. Ifrit, you burn alive. Shifrit. Shiva, your cock would freeze off and snap.
How many times must I tell you? The trolley won't run! We'd be better off dismantling the damn thing and selling the parts for scrap.
Come on,
Now,
Magnus.
piss
Cheer up,
off
me old
back to wherever you came from. And don't let me catch you around here again.
Damn, this guy's glum.
What were their names?
My son was named Skuli. My wife, Agna.
Screwly. Agna. Yeah. I'm sure I'm not imagining when they said they turn into Cineas.
Being here with them, it beats going home. Home stopped being home when I lost them.
I'd rather turn to ice by Shiva and become her chair.
But somehow, the bottle's never deep enough.
Yeah, the luckiest chair in the world was that one that had lightning sound in it for 500 years. Well, that'd been pleasant.
No bottle is. Believe me, I know.
Yeah, Thancred used to be a drunkard, right? He used to be a bit loose. He was a loose bastard. Yeah, loose.
You've lost someone too?
Not
Rough
like
question.
you. Not my own flesh and blood. I grew up an orphan, so I never really knew what family meant.
The unluckiest chair in the world.
Not until I met a man who offered to take me in and make me his pupil. He was a kindly soul, always looking out for me, like a father. Not that I appreciated that at the time, or anything else for that
matter.
But I finally had a family. And then I robbed a young girl of hers. I did my best to make amends, to offer her comfort. But the more I look back on it, the more I realize just how inadequate my efforts were. I let her down. That is why I refuse to let her legacy die. In the end, all we can do is press on, for those we have lost, for those we can yet save.
I miss Minfilia's
That
clothes.
requires your
Minfilia's
powers.
outfit is amazing.
Please, Magnus. You are our only hope of reaching Nabarth Areng.
I miss it too. When will we see that Minfilia butt crack again? Oh, Magnus, damn it. Go on, Thancred, it's time to be bad cop. Bad cop. No. Okay, just gonna walk off.
She's not gone. No matter what you say or believe, she's not.
I know what you mean, no through road.
We can still bring her back.
But what cost? At what cost? Yeah, Minfilia was the hander of fetch quests. And honestly, I loved each and every one. Because she would always praise me, pat me on the head, tell me what good person I am. If she was giving me a fetch quest, I'd be happy to do the most tedious of quests. If Minfilia had handed the 15 trap and frog quests, oh, I'd have done them. I hated Return to the Waking Sands. Fuck me. No teleport crystal to it. There's such an anime thing, the whole head touch and the... It's like such a cheap, adorable tactic. The head pats. Be sure to warn me of any incoming buckle ups. Damn, we got a lot of people online today. That's a full crew. I wish there was more we could do for you, I truly do, but after Agnes' accident, no one is allowed near those mines. No, Warrior and Jay, I've got to speak to Minnie Philia. Full well do I know the pain of loss and how heavily it can weigh on one's heart. Nevertheless, there is but one way forward. We must needs procure a new heart for the Talos. Warrior and Jay, always on mission, always on game. He takes his job serious. Faith, there knowest thou any location where we might find the stone we require? No matter how scant the possibility, we would seize it. I told you, near all the veins were tapped dry years ago. Oh, I suppose if you really wanted to try, you may find something at Nuvi's Leavings. It was open well before the Talos became commonplace. Tales of dyslexia strike again, which is why the mine in there was never quite as deep. When you get there, look for the Goose John. The Goose John? And tell him I sent you, but don't be surprised if he tells you the same thing. Thine assistance is most appreciated. Lenora, I think it best Thancred join thee in this search. Though he would be quick to deny it, his heart is in turmoil and his thoughts clouded. It would be unwise to ignore his distress. Why must he always treat me like this? Ow! Ow! Damn. I prithee attend Thancred and keep him occupied with the task at hand. Tales of Dyslexia is my favourite Tales game. When's that Rise coming? Oi, Kiz One! How's it doing? Where's Thancred buggered off to? Whoa, is that her? Is that a phoenix? Yo! From where dost thou acquireth this phoenixeth? Not bad, Pez. How are you? I'm injured, Kiz One. I'm injured, mate. I have to keep my legs still. It's right on the knee bend. If I bend my knee just busts open, start bleeding everywhere. I sound like a stiff. Pez cakes. Oh, what an endearing moniker. Pez cakes. You just made me squee inside with that. Squee. Wherefore art thou Thancredeth? He's over here. There you are. I see you. Taciturn miner. I've got to say though, you do look pretty badass. Look at that hair. That's bloody glorious. Is that hair even possible in a human being? Even if you managed to get a stand like that, your hair would be cake solid with hairspray. Thank you. Where are you? I bet he's drinking. In this house that don't open. That great. Oh, there he is. Off to somewhere, are you? At last, a lead on the stone we need to power the Talos. I can't very well have you go on your own. Lead the way. 10-4. I'd say we're long overdue for a good turn. I can only hope the gods feel the same way. Now, Nuvi's Leavings was to the south, was it? Let's get going. You need to collect Mobile Masm Heaven Wards, X, and then you do a quest to get it. How many bloody mounts are in this game now? It's crazy. This is what I actually convinced Ginge to install 14 on. Mounts. He has a real mount obsession. Wow, that's such a cool one. He literally spends hours, days in WoW, just collecting mounts. Oh, you get a Phoenix from collecting all the bird mounts. Right. Into new unexplored terrain we go. Yeet, 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 yeet. Right. 2 secs. Open a separate page. See what sexy news has hit the internet. Gotta say, I've been following less game news and spending more time following Trump's COVID. Anything sexy? Silent Hill Shattered Memories writer currently pitching a sequel. Silent Hill Shattered Memories writer currently pitching a Silent Hill prequel. Mafia gets a lot more stylish and moody with its new noir mode. Ain't played, don't know if I care. Steam Game Festival returns with way too many demos to play before Tuesday. And Marvel is publishing a Spider-Man Miles Morales prequel. Is this exciting news? Oh! Save $10 on a custom Xbox controller before Design Lab disappears. No wonder they had to fucking drop the price of this. Look at this controller. Oh shit, my thing's minimized. Look at that. Ugh! That's the ugliest fucking thing I've ever seen in my whole life. What the hell? Did a primary school kid bloody make that? Disgusting. Gotta say, even the 15 Xbox was butt fucking ugly as well. Looks like Play-Doh. It does. Snot colour. The way you described it, I was expecting the place to be abandoned. Perhaps our fortunes are finally improving, though we should probably hear what Gooth John has to say before we celebrate, assuming we can find him, that is. Oh, it's the atmospheric tune. That's the colourblind edition. Right, so what do we actually need the Talos for? Just to pull a lever and then pull a cart? I can think of a million things that would also serve that purpose other than just a Talos. Like, why don't we all just summon our hench's mounts and do it? We'll get the whole village together and we'll all give it a pull. How fucking strong is a Talos? Is this our man? Where you are, man? Who are you? What are you doing here? What are you doing here? Well, you should have listened to Thafe. You're wasting your time. But this site is not as developed as the others, is it not? Surely there must be something left. Well, I should explain. The stone you're looking for is leonine, and all the Talos in the hills of Ambar powered using them. Or were, at least. Anyway, whatever's left, if anything, is too far below to be safely excavated. In the deepest reach of the mine, we use Talos to keep the pathways from collapsing. They're still there, but they could give out any time, which is why much of the mine is closed off. Oh, we can risk that. Then our only option is to search the higher levels for any fragments of leonine that may have been overlooked. I suppose there may be one other way. Well, don't leave us in suspense. What you're asking for is a trade secret. I need to be duly compensated in exchange. Fine, what do you want? Who's played the board game Grape Escape? I haven't, but now I want grapes. The other day I found a Verbo gold piece down in the mines. A bloody Verbo gold piece! And wouldn't you know it, I dropped the damn thing somewhere while I was working. Find it, I'll tell you what you need to know. You drive a hard bargain, sir, but we'll take it. It seems we have our work cut out for us, Lenora. Thank you. Thankfully, I have an idea for how we might hurry things along. Does pairs randomly get loud at some spots? For anyone else? I think so, but let me know if I'm wrong. Come on, Swanky. As I'm sure you've noticed, despite their best efforts to illuminate the corridors, it's rather dark in here. Meanwhile, it'd be that much harder to find a single coin hiding in the shadows. Meaning, that's why I propose we use these sun drops. They'll help the eye take in more light. Why don't you start your search further in and I'll handle this area here. I'll retrace your steps after in case you happen to miss it. If you feel the drops' effects wearing off, I could give you more, so don't worry. Where was you when I needed that for Janice, Sancred? Where was you? The darkness of Janice is the only reason I didn't climb that tower. One day I'll stand on that lofty peak. Right, you search for the shadows but find nothing. Perhaps the gold piece lies elsewhere. Let's go, Lowly. Yeah, I finally watched all of Sleep Easy's Part 5. I'm only being reminded of it because of that Fenrir bike. But, yeah, man, I didn't even recognise that's what Fenrir was representing in Advent Children. I always kind of thought it was like a Zack reference, but it's not. Fenrir is representing Cloud's darkness, his descent towards the negative. And yeah, there's plenty of evidence of it, like when it flashes, like when Cloud's tripping out, like it flashes to Fenrir and then his eyes go like slitty and crazy. And yeah, obviously Fenrir is the wolf in Norse who feeds on death and destruction. And I think Sleep Easy is something like he cries blood in the God of Damarang story, which in Aerith's artwork on the wall, you see a depiction of what, you know, the dark thing that looks like Fenrir, and you can see like these red tears coming out, and at the bottom of them, purple flowers are emerging. Yes, that's so cool. That's another subtly weaved reference in the remake. So cool. Vincent, a true MVP. Man, I think FF Union did a video on Vincent's origins. I think it was their most successful, actually. It was like 600,000 views. Just did so well. And yeah, I didn't even realise that Vincent barely made it into FF7. He was this close to getting cut. Despite him being optional and having the story massively cut, he comes repeatedly at the top of polls as most enjoyed characters, which is pretty crazy, really. Vincent is that interesting a character. Have you played Dirge Cerberus? Yeah. It was actually like one of the first Final Fantasies I played when I got old enough to buy my own games. I got 7, 8, 4, and those lot given to me. And then when I went to purchase my own games, I've told you before, I bought 10-2 because I didn't realise it was 10-2. I thought it was X squared root, twice the fun, Extreme, Final Fantasy Extreme. This is the best version of Final Fantasy X, and I bought Dirge Cerberus. As you search the shadows glitter, catch your eyes. It's because I was a teenager. I was like 13. I was broke as fuck. So I just. Are you serious? The Verbo Gold was just there. Like less than 30-second walk away. And there is plenty illuminating. Why do I need these eye illuminating drops? 10-2 is the best Final Fantasy. Skeeth, I'm gonna fist bump you for that, bro. God damn right it is. What can I do for you? What can I do for you? What can I do for you? Bloody amazing. Oh, there's a pooped Talos there. I was hoping he'd drop the gold piece somewhere close to the entrance. More for me for thinking Lady Luck was on our side. Or maybe she is. Yours at least. In the end, my contribution was little more than poor company. Well, I couldn't have done it without your sun drops. Come now, Thancred. You were far more prepared for this task than I. Let's kiss him, Thancred ass. No more than usual, I assure you. I only managed to survive the Kurthan wilderness and Imperial capital by virtue of my giant dong. As I ran around, all the bears and wildlife of Kurthus were intimidated by my whopping schlong, and they fled. They fleed. Well done, Thancred. A habit of mine since childhood, and one of my few positive traits, which endeared me to Louis Soir, I imagine. It hasn't been... Wait, he knew Louis Soir? Thancred knew Louis Soir? Louis Sui? It hasn't been easy to find ways to compensate for my condition. Every tool and trinket has proven vital to my continued success, such as it is. Had I chosen to pursue the arcane arts rather than espionage, well, I'd rather not think on it. So long as I have the means to protect those dear to me and to see my duties through, that's all that matters. Now let's hurry and see that return to Goose John. The sooner we get back to Orange and Philly, the better. Alright, let's go. Come on. I want to see this next part of the story unfold. Lay it on me. They're really teasing me. You're back. Wait, does that mean? Holy dinkus. I'll be damned. You actually found it? Well, a deal's a deal. I don't think this means you'll find what you're after. I was reminded of Final Fantasy Plus game that exists last week. I've never played it. I know. What is your favourite non-mainline game? So I suppose you can include prequels and sequels, your Crisis Cores and your types. But non-mainline. 10 for sure. Do you mean 10 too? 10 is a mainline. Chocobo's Dungeons. You like that? Man, that game was so weird. The Diaper of Light. Like if you go on is the meaning of its word. To be honest, I wasn't sure you could pull it off. But you did. And I'm a man of my word. Come with me. Lightning Returns. Oh, so strong. Such a good game. Still baffles me today how Alpha is so almighty. It's so good. It's so good. Pez, I wish Lightning Returns English version wasn't butchered. What do you mean by butchered? I know with Final Fantasy 13 they actually brought all the voice actors in, had them pretty much do the game. And then afterwards they thought there wasn't enough punch and emotion. So Square went through the painstaking effort of getting them all back in and redoing it all with super amplified emotion. Right, I hope you waited for the sun drops to wear off. They work wonders in the dark, but in the light of day they'll only bring you pain. I could have burnt my retinas out my brain. English localization for LR was way different from the Japanese version, especially the finale. Yeah, man, I've been looking at Dirge of Cerberus and Advent Children lines in purely just Japanese, and it's hard to craft theories when literally the terminology carries so much weight. The exact way things are localized and translated. Every time I step out of those mines, the sky seems to get brighter. I'd never leave them if the air weren't so stale. But you've not come here to hear my grievances. You're after Leonine. Interesting, they've gone Leonine, School Leonhardt, Gunbreaker, Knight. I mean, the fact that Thancred is both a gun, wielding a gunblade, and pretty much being a knight to Minfilia, where that school was to Renoa. I feel that's intentional. Alright, first I have to ask, have you ever heard of rockworms? Rockworms, those were the little fuckers that popped their head out in 7 Remake, weren't they? The little mole things. Were they rockworms? Or were rockworms the things that popped out in the coral prison before you met Dine and they wrecked you? Rockworms, I know them by another name. I'm fairly certain the locals call them knockers. Oh, I like knockers. Aye, that they do. Whatever you want to call them, those little bastards may be the answer to your troubles. They can fit through cracks and crevices down where we could never hope to reach, and on occasion they come back with something valuable. They dig up leonine in the mines? It's a rare occurrence, but yes, that said, it usually amounts to no more than a few flakes. Well, our only other option sounds tantamount to suicide. So how can we draw out these rockworms? Yeah, I've got a load of FF13 lore to break down. Like, I mean, pages and pages and pages that someone sent me. I'll go through it, it's super juicy. Oh, Hassan the man. I also just had a pizza. I feel pretty gross now, and so will you after you smash that Domino's. You ain't got the wedges, have you, mate? Oh, tell me about Domino's wedges, people. I'm very glad to see that Papa John's fixed their garlic sauce, though. Over by that shack, you'll find a bag full of smoke bombs, set off in a few of the mines, and you'll flush them out in no time. Once I open the gate, go. I should warn you, this method of mining, if you can even call it that, is used as a last resort on account of what little they're like to bring back. You'll want to cover as much ground as you can if you hope to find anything of value. Assuming you do find something, bring it here and I'll have a look. Don't try to rob me blind, scallywaggy. We should split up. If we're to cover more ground, as he suggests, if you can cover these 3 areas on your map, I'll see to the parts between them. Let's go flush some rockworms. God, I'm sorry I'm talking about 7 Remake stuff on the 40 stream. My head is just freaking swimming with it. Whose comment? Yeah, I thought you said Kadar, Shadow Muth. Yuki Kaji. Because yeah, when I was saying about the translations being different in Advent Children, I was watching the scene between Vincent and Cloud at the lake, and they go into much more detail about how Song and Eleanor were. They had the shit tortured out of them, like real tortured, and they really amp it up in the Japanese version. Even Vincent's like, Jesus Christ, it was not pretty. It's like, bloody grim, mate, bloody grim. He wasn't saying those exact words. That'd be weird for Vincent to say that, but it was bloody grim, Cloud. Poor Eleanor. I can't wait to in part 2. Eleanor's a G. That's my bomb located inside the mine. Domino's is great near me, but the wedges, mate. Has anyone ever had good Domino's wedges? It's never happened. Are we going to get lucky and just so happen to get a chunk of leonine? Right, here he comes. Oh, I've got to do all 3 before it comes out. Damn it. 2 secs. Protect me. Oh, I need to. Magnus Square's done this for now after across years. Kingdom Hearts. Talk about Kingdom Hearts. I was trying to watch. Someone had posted a new Cucks video, untranslated. I think there's been loads of Cucks lore dropped, right? Union Cross. I'm feeling like a Kingdom Hearts stream to brush up on all the juiciest of current laws may be needed. Cucks is getting crazy. So I keep hearing it. I need to catch up. Pissing. Where's the next one? Okay. I'm gonna go gnome. I want Pez to write his own FF novel game. The thing is, I mean, I've done it in the old days, but mostly I just take stories that are already there. It's like, oh, how could that be cool? I don't know how good I'd be as an actual original concept person. Have you looked at Genshin Impact, Bez? I have not. Well, just chat on Bunavelzu and Hope. I'm loving seeing it. Most people hate both of those characters. Right. Come on, Rockworm. Get your fire. There the mile grows thick with smoke. Nearby hear soft rumbling of stones. Wait. Expect the rubble. Are you shitting me? 7! Alright, there's only three parts to click. That's not too bad. I love Hope in 13 too, at least. I love Hope in 13. Nothing has ever pissed me off more than the early wailings in that people did on Hope S-Time. The kid's like, how old? 12, 13, 14? And there's people going, oh, Hope, massive pussy. Massive pussy. All he's doing is crying and whinging and whining. Mate, if at 13 or 14, my mum had fucking died in front of my eyes and I'd been thrust into the middle of a war and fighting creatures, I would have projectile shat all over the place. I would have freaked the living shit out. You think Hope whined? Oh boy. You ain't seen anything yet. If anything, that guy handled it like a champ for his age. There's more rubble nearby. Rubble. Wait, there's no more rubble. Why are you lying? Is there? Oh, round here, right? Eh? Nani? No. Oh. Odd. Yeah, I did a video ordering the 13 characters from least MVP to most MVP. Hope, Lightning, and Snow got the top spots. Pez, can you turn off that not ready yet no if? What not ready yet no if? shit, there's another one. Which we can talk about. I do need to tidy my HUD up a little bit though. Like, how can I hide some of these quests? Job's good. Just do them and they will go away. Wait for Soroban and Tataru at Hell's Lid. Obtain a waterweed. No through roads. Tifa and Lise. I don't know, man. I'm gonna have to give it to Tifa. Lise is strong, but Tifa is next level. Did you see what she did to Eligor? She absolutely destroyed him. Yeah, you know when I was saying about talking about that, where did Lise train? I was having a debate with someone. They were trying to say that they believe that Persona is a better franchise than Final Fantasy, and I wasn't entirely disagreeing. Persona is freaking amazing. I was happy to leave it at they're both bloody amazing. But they're like, no, Persona is far, far, far superior to Final Fantasy. And I was like, why? And they gave me a few reasons. One of the reasons why is because Final Fantasy is ridiculous and over the top and nonsensical, whereas Persona taps into more logical, grounded themes. And I was like, well, give me some examples. And I was like, okay, how about all the characters in Final Fantasy are 20, but they fight like they've got 50 years worth of training? I was like, Persona literally has 16-year-old school kids who have never trained a day in their life, suddenly thrust into interdimensional fucking shadow realms, busting out Persona and abilities like it's nothing. Terrible example. Mate, what is up with this rubble? This is more infuriating than FF15, picking up items. Come on, son. Hey, Steve from HR. Oh shit, it's Steve from HR. Fuck. Everyone be careful. Steve from HR. Steve from HR has just followed the stream. Yeah. The only Persona game with primarily adult protagonists was Eternal Punishment 20 years ago. Wait, what's Eternal Punishment? What that? Speaking of Toriyama, I remember how much Mickey people used to take out of him for being legit in love with lightning. I'm not being funny, but I'm already starting to laugh at my bunny girl. If I made a character and it was fully fleshed out and made into a game and took me years of creation, like crafting their story, their character and everything, I'd fall in love. In fact, actually, I want to show you something on Twitter. Where was it? Somebody drew my bunny girl. And it was bloody amazing. Where was it? Where did they draw my bunny girl? Was it on Facebook? Yeah. Oh, it was such a good drawing. Was it Facebook? I'll have to find it before the end of the stream. My punishment for 421 should have become a Lalafell. Never. Never. I would play Catherine all over again. Or if I did become a Lalafell, I would redeem myself by playing Catherine as many times as possible until I did it in a no-wipe run the whole way through to free myself from being a Lala. I'd watch that. What, me attempting to do all of Catherine full body in one run, you'd watch that. Are you sure? I didn't even realise, I was watching this video the other day. It said that Catherine full body gave Catherine the persona treatment. Am I right in saying that Rin was only inserted in the full body version? Persona treatment being a new character being added like Marie or oh god, I haven't even met enough of the redhead chick who's absolutely lovely. Kasumi. Did I make that shit up? Was the P5 new girl Kasumi? Yeah. I want to meet her. If they've got red hair, I want to meet them. I'm trying to convince Tash to dye hair red. Oh man, where have they put this last little rock bit? Ah, they haven't stuck it all the way around that other side, have they? I think they have. Cheeky little bastards. Yeah, they have. Trials of Cold Steel was at the PS4 store to pre-order. Ooh, I need to get the dancing games. I think Raquel showed me it was a huge sale. I need to get it. Wait. Now it's say I've gone down a level, so the other bit of rubble must be up here, right? Kasumi, great name. Yeah, it is. You know what isn't a great name, and I can't believe it's become as iconic as it is? Like Cloud, man. What the fuck kind of name is that? Like, we'll call it MC Cloud. That's like being like, oh, what are we going to call our new character? I don't know, what about Condensation? Or Typhoon. Or Blowy. Moist. Oh, imagine FF16 turns out our MC's called Moist. It's gonna be so weird when we learn that MC's name at last. Like, it's just so weird in general seeing a new Final Fantasy MC because you're like think of all the MCs now. Think of like Cloud. Think about Lightning. Think about Noctis. Right? Think about how well you know those characters. Like how ingrained they are. How iconic those figures have become. To think that this new MC guy is gonna be that. I don't know. It's just wild to me. Trips me out. Have we done all of our shit? Right, last one. This has been a dirty job, a dirty, nasty job. I just want Minifilia to hurry up and hurt me. I don't know, man. I've got a good feeling about this, though. I've got a good feeling about this. I think that, the crunch time will come. Thancred will profess his feelings and really open up to both the Minfilias, and Hydaelyn will do us a solid and allow both girls to coexist. Credits roll. Shadowbringers ended on a happy note. Yes! And they all lived happily ever after. I found my fair share of wrongs. Hopefully there's Leonine among them. Hopefully. Pez, true vision, bonus, and absorb so many hearts. These are the kind. I like these kind of comments, by the way. if you ever drop any of these like super long lore vids, I might not be able to take it in while I'm playing this because I'll get so sidetracked. But I pretty much watch all my streams back. Not for egotistical reasons to watch myself. Just to watch the chats. I enjoy it. Find anything. What if 16 protagonist is John Smith? That'd be uninspired. Oh, you know what Tash tried to get me to eat today? This is a fucking abomination. I thought that she'd combined it. No. They're now selling this as a product. Peanut butter Marmite. Marmite peanut butter. That's a thing. Oh, the humanity. Apparently it's really nice. Between the two of you, I'd say you've got quite the all. Yeah, best get comfortable friends. It's going to take time for me to sift through all of this. Yeah, I know. I couldn't believe it. She was like, try it. She said all that happens is it starts tasting like peanut butter, then it switched to the taste of Marmite.
You may not remember this about our Minfilia, but prior to founding the Path of the 12, long before the Scions, she was something of a miner.
No. A miner?
After her father died, Flamine took her in and taught her the trade. I think they were both seeking to fill the void left by a loved one. Maybe that's why she took to it so readily.
Oh man. Hold on. Infilia mining outfit. I want a bloody hottie miner. There's no sexy Minfilia mining outfit. I'm so sad. Well, I was saying that a bunch of Jarek original concept has popped up. I assume that's Jarek, right? He looks very different. Actually, is that supposed to be Jarek? I don't know. Very different. Wait. No, it was originally going to be Papalimo. Oh, Papalimo. Oh, Papalimo. Oh, wait, hold up. What was that? Hey, minor Tataroo. Yay. Already. She was a kid, dude. Well, then what good was she in a mine?
Back in those days, I spent most of my time in the quicksand or some other tavern, loosening tongues and gathering secrets.
So he was of drinking age.
Occasionally, I'd catch a glimpse of her in the street on her way home after another hard day's work.
Oh.
I always felt a wave of relief when I saw she'd come back safe, along with a pang of guilt at the fact I wasn't there to support her as I should have been.
Damn, so Minfilia and Dankwood they've been shipping for a long time.
Simply speaking with her more than once in a blue moon would have been a good start, but I could never bring myself to do it. Instead, I threw myself into my work and became every drunkard's best friend.
Oh, Dankwood was too shy. Can't imagine she thought too highly of you back then. Oh man, these are both such savage answers. Let's go with the top one.
Not too highly, no. She once called me a wine-sodden wharf rat, which wouldn't have been half as galling if it hadn't been so accurate. But that was a lifetime ago. Here and now, I have another chance to do things right. And I will not squander it again.
How old is Dankwood?
Hey, come and see what I found.
Come and see what
You're
I
not going
found.
to believe this.
Oi, what have I found? Yes. Zug Zug, Lokda Ogar. Oh, you've actually gone and found a piece of leonine, have you?
Tell me it's leonine.
I mean, that guy could have robbed us fucking blind. We don't know this guy from Adam. We just gave him our rocks. Not being funny, but if these two sap adventurers come, I'll pocket that Leonine, sell it on. Jack that price.
It is at that. You lot were born lucky.
Go to, oh, actually, we did give him his gold piece.
Mostly broken pieces. But look at this.
Oh, he's nearly 40. Wait, 32. Oh, he's 32.
This is a rather fine specimen.
Pez, got any tattoos? Only one. That one. That's my only one. First one I did was a 6-hour piece.
Since we found anything approaching this big. But that's not all. There's an engraving on it.
Yes, yes.
Ah, these scratches here. They're a little hard to make out. To my beloved Magnus and Schoolie.
What are the odds? What are the odds? Not only do we find a piece of Leonine, we find the piece. It's like fate.
Do you see? It was a gift to Magnus from his wife. She found it. She really found it. She must have spent her final hours carving this message into the stone, in the hope that he might see it one day.
So how did the kid die then? Schoolie. So she did. She got buried in the mine. Slowly and painfully, yeah, she carved. Probably with her fingernails. As she was slowly withering.
Those rock-backed bastards must have made off with it before we could clear a path to her. It's fate that brought you here to find this stone.
Fate.
No other explanation. It makes me wonder what else might still be buried in these parts.
There's fucking plot ghosts flying around in 14. Where you at, Whispers? Was it Schoolie who died to the Siniers? Yeah, that Baldur's Gate 3, loads of people getting hyped for it. Carl next door running my old PC, he's so upset he's not got enough RAM on his PC to be able to run it. Apparently it's quite an intensive game, that Baldur's Gate 3. I know, we got any D&D players in the house? I had hoped we would find Leonine, but to find that particular specimen is nothing short of a miracle. Good John is still reeling.
I wouldn't believe it had I not seen it myself. Before you set into the Talos, would you take it to Magnus? For 3 long years he's believed she died for nothing. He must know the truth, that her sacrifice was not in vain.
We'll take it straight to him. You have my word. Thank you, Guth John, for all your help. Thank you, Guth John. I hate your name. I hate saying your name. I hate everything about it. It just sounds like Goo John. Chicken Goo John. Alright then, let's not keep everyone waiting. Where's my sexy peasers? Hello, sexy peasers. I've kind of always wanted to try DD, but never had anyone to play with it. Feels bad, man. It was the same as that Final Fantasy TCG game. I mean, you've seen my collection. I've got a stack like this high. I just didn't account for not having any friends. When you buy something and you're excited to play it, but then you forget you don't have friends. Everyone knows how it feels. Well, I don't know, I'm saying that. I'm assuming everyone in this chat are lonely bastards. Maybe some of you have friends. God, What do we say? What do we say?
What? Oh, it's you. If you come to complain about the trolley, you'll find no sympathy from me. I told you before it won't run and you wouldn't listen.
Oh, but it will, now that we have this. Your name is engraved on it, along with your son's. It was a gift from your wife Magnus from Agna. If I was Magnus, I'd be like, bullshit. Bullshit.
No, she couldn't have.
Agna. Skula.
Take it. Do with it what you will.
God damn, really? Are you certain? It would delay our plans, but...
I said, take it. It was you who found it. You who needs it. Looking at that stone, all I can see is... Please, just leave me be.
I hope you'll be there when the Talos stirs to life. I'm sure she'd want you to see it. Would you do the honors of delivering this to Urian J? Most certainly. Alright, we're going to bring the Talos to life now. We're going to get in their minds. I really want a Magnus cider. I don't know why. Oh, nice Magnus. Hello, Minfield. Sorry I can be of more help. By the sounds of it, you have a knack for handling strange requests. On the bright side, Orion J taught me a lot about the Talos and their hearts. I think I can help if they need further repairs. Alright, you found Leonine. Truly the one we're waiting for. Let's get that trolley moving. Yeehaw!
You what? By the gods. 7 L's.
Finally, we can move on to Nabatha Rang, assuming this works, of course. Thou art returned, and with the Leonine, it would seem. As promised, the Talos hath been made to receive its heart, thanks in no small part to Jerick, Thaf, and Minfilia. At last we shall return time to the timeless, the sentinel of stone, and we may press onwards towards Nabatha Rang. Alright, here we go. Very good, now let us begin.
Preparations for the enchantment are complete. When the heart hath been suffused with a sufficient quantity of ether, the golem should be restored to life.
Rock on. Hello, Unibears. Una.
All right then. Whenever you're ready.
Oh, she's looking at me sadly. Oh, she wants to play. So bad, Una.
Daybreako.
Thank you, mate. Oh, an extended metaphor. Dropping a little sub on me. Oh, that was yesterday. Here we go. Jerick's face.
It's working. It's working.
Yes, we see it. We see that, mate.
Magnus.
left me for this? This wretched heap of stone and rubble?
Eek. His reaction's going south. He's gonna punch it in the knob, isn't he? Oh no, he's gonna place his head on the knob. Oh no, and punch
This
the nuts.
worthless pile of earth? And yet, I can't.
Oh.
I can't.
God, Orion J's gaze is sharp. Stare that can penetrate your soul. I think I need a hot
What
beverage.
troubleth thee, child?
Things are about to escalate. Anyone want a hot beverage for the emotional turmoil that's inevitably coming up?
I shouldn't be here. I don't deserve to be. I don't deserve any of the things you've done for me.
Right, Orion J. Oh, I wouldn't put Orion J that this is in his wheelhouse to say super motivating things, but maybe he'll surprise us. Come on, man.
I'm just a burden, helpless and hopeless. If tomorrow came and I was gone, it would be better for everyone.
I've got to say, Minfilia, she has all the vocabulary of someone who suffers from depression, but she seems super chipper on the outside. It's like a weird polarity. That's the sad thing about depression. That's exactly how I see it. If tomorrow came and I was gone, it'd be better for everyone. Oof. Oh, that's a horrible place. That's a horrible thought. Hey, Angelina.
Thancred most of all.
Hello, babe.
He'll never admit it, but I can see it in his eyes. I wish he'd just say it. Just say that he hates me, that he wishes I was dead so that she could return.
Oh, I need to recline in this emotional turmoil. She basically is depressed, she's just kind of hiding it.
None of this is thy doing, child.
God, everyone wants to pat that head, don't they? Orion J is actually he's actually a pretty sexy dude, isn't he? Look at him. He's a chiseled mofo. Good. Orion J being comforting. This is sweet.
'Twas I who set the oracle on her path unto the first. I who condemned you all to suffer these torments. 'Tis my sin alone, and one that will haunt me unto my dying day.
Here I am preparing a theory video all around the concept of sin.
Yet I dare not dwell over long on my many regrets. For the world is a tapestry of fates, interwoven and inseparable. And we who strive to better it cannot choose but make difficult decisions. For naught of worth was ever achieved without sacrifice.
The world is a tapestry of fates, interwoven and inseparable.
And thus must man ever struggle to weigh life against loss. The one for whom thou mournest beareth no grudge.
And kind of the point Orion J just made there, if there is a God, why would he allow suffering in the world? Orion J just explained it there. Nothing of worth, nothing of beauty ever really came without a preset, a backdrop of its opposing polarity. Light shines all the brighter in the dark, baby.
Were she here, she would not suffer thee to languish in sorrow. She would tell thee to seek thine own path, thine own purpose. It is a truth which I myself was slow to learn. Yet a truth it remaineth.
God damn! Look at that compassion in Orianje's face. He's radiating it. Why do we assume that if there is a god, he would be good? I think gods exist and are neutral. I always say if there is a god, why do we think that he would predominantly center his thoughts and opinions around mere mortals? That's too small. That's too egotistical. There's a fucking universe is infinite. Trillions and trillions of galaxies. The only question is, everything came from an infinite source. Do you think that infinite source was conscious or unconscious? Do you believe there's intelligent design in the universe? Things like the Fibonacci sequence. You see it in the spirals of galaxies, or the DNA of plants, or even the helix of DNA. I'd like to think there are gods. I've got to say, if you had to pick one religion to be true, if you had to pick it, what would you go for? Would you go for the Christian Bible? Would you go Norse? You want some Zeus? You want some Odin? You want some Thor up in this place? Well, Zeus, Greek. That's Norse. I don't know. Maybe Greek. Give us some Zeus, some Poseidon, bit of Athena action. Oh yeah, Athena. Some Aphrodite. Mithraism, what's that? The Church of Yostola. Yostola and we say. Solid picks. I know, I'd probably go Hindu. I think Hindu is pretty fascinating.
Thou needst but have faith. Have faith, and all will be well.
Having faith is something that humankind struggles with the most now. Faith is often sort of construed as either like ignorance or naivety or hopeful thinking. I don't know, I think faith still has place in the world. Not necessarily a faith in a god, but a faith in something. Faith to a meaning. Faith that there's beautiful shit out there. What will you say? Go to her. Go to her. Oh no, that's so cheesy. Go to her. Have you no words for her? And I'm gonna let fate decide. I can't decide. I want to say go. Oh, engaging the still one. Go to her, Thancred. Go to her.
Not today.
Oh, fuck's sake, Thancred. Not today. Faith and hope are double-edged swords. How do you mean? Thancred is a coward here, I don't know. There's a lot of emotion for Thancred. This is a lifetime. We haven't walked in his shoes. We don't know what he's feeling. Right. Exarch be stalking us. Oh, this is going to be an interesting conversation.
To what do I owe the pleasure that is your extended stay?
Oh, to the tediousness of our hero's present endeavors.
Emet looked like he's perpetually fed up with everything. He just can't be bothered. Can't be fucked. I can't even be bothered to scheme. It's even like villainous scheming's got old to him.
That and the insufferable abundance of light in Armorang. I should be glad to keep my distance.
Oh yeah, the light would mush him up, right?
I'm rather fond of sleep, you know. It's a wonderful way to pass the time.
Oh god. I don't think I've ever had a reaction as strong as what Emet gives me. I think Arden. Like, Arden and Emet, they're those characters that every second they're on the screen, you're just like... You're between chuckling and...
Not that my compeers were
butt
great,
clenching.
mind you. Always on the move, the lot of them. Like La Hebrea, constantly jumping from vessel to vessel. Such fire, such determination. So much passion, fleeting and forgotten.
Emet and Arden having a drink.
Come to think of it, Exarch, I don't believe I've ever seen you retire to your chambers for so much as 40 winks. However do you keep your eyes from closing?
However do you? I mean, he's got a crystally arm. He's probably made out of pure ether.
The cold shoulder. You wound me, sir.
Oh gosh, I got a universe staring at me. Hello, universe. Come on then. Come watch Emet. Emet Selk. You now stop squirming. Come on, sit nicely. There we go.
Always so guarded in our every interaction. Interactions you curiously refrain from sharing with the Scions and their champion.
Yes. He is definitely still keeping stuff. Old Exarch.
And risk souring your budding relationship? I think not. Much as I dislike you, there are more useful targets for her energies. And I am not in the habit of pointing her at my enemies like a weapon.
That makes a difference.
Is that right? Fond of her, are you?
Yeah, he's fond of me.
You continue to fascinate me, Exarch.
Oh, got it. Go.
Now tell me, who are you?
Who are you? Is the reveal actually gonna happen? Go on,
The
bloody
once
do it.
great nation whose ingenuity gave birth to this tower was shaped by my hand. As such, I know full well the wonders it can facilitate and those it cannot.
Once great nation, so the Allagans? Emet ruled over the Allagans? Is that correct? And then the Garleans? Ooh. He created the Allagan Empire as well. So this villain has created 2 empires. Fuck. And he's had leaders proxy leading these empires while he's been in the shadows, the puppet master. God damn.
There is nothing in these walls which could have aided you in summoning our dear friend across time and space.
He's basically the Illuminati. Emet is the Illuminati, New World Order.
Much less in possession of her mortal flesh, not even I could have performed such a feat.
I see. You had a hand in Allag as well.
Because what was it that ended Allag? It was the flood, right? Because the only things that survived were the ones that went up into the sky. It was the flood that destroyed the Allags. It was an earthquake. I know it was something to do with the earth, because yeah, you had the thing that flew up. The flood was the War of the Magi. And the War of the Magi was from the ship. That's where I went to fight those things. So it was an earthquake. So that would have then destroyed one of the reflections and returned it to the source. So, Jesus, he's actually already destroyed worlds. Not only has he proxy-led 2 empires, he's also destroyed one and destroyed an entire other planet already. In fact, how many reflections are left at this point? Did you say 6? 6 out of 13 or 7 out of 13? Did Emet cause every single one? 7 calamities have happened. So, has he caused all of those? 7 worlds he has brought the apocalypse of. Fuck. Oh my god. Not all of them are Emet's doing, they're not. Oh, okay. I was gonna say, that's crazy. That would immediately make Emet one of the most deadly villains. I mean, he probably still is. Come on, reveal yourself.
You would know what I am? I am the adjudicator of the sacred history with which you dared trifle.
Oh, he's getting a bit threatening.
I am keeper
squaring
of this
up.
tower's boundless wisdom. The wisdom of ages without age, of everywhere and nowhere. The great work of those who tamed the wings of time and grasped the nature of the rift.
Those are big words.
'Tis a boon born of sacrifices yet unmade. The parting gift of brave heroes who will one day give their lives for a brighter future. I will not see their hopes and dreams squandered. The history which led us here will be unwritten. I promise you that.
Is it going to get violent? I couldn't imagine it. Emet doesn't seem like he seems too above
it seems
violence.
We're both eager to fulfill our duties then.
On that much, we are in agreement.
Emet's a refined dude. Oh, but I'm sure if he needs to, if Emet needs to get down and dirty, he'll do it. I ain't saying Emet ain't above stabbing a man. He'll get stabby. I have no doubt. Man, the lore of this world has it's expanded so much. It's getting so fleshy now. I'm fine, really. It's just been a long day. Yes, it has. Mine apologies for the delay. Minfilia and I had a private matter to discuss, which bringeth me to the question: how didst thou find Thancred during your search? How didst thou find? He spoke of Minfilia of his own accord. I see. 'Tis well that he did, and with such candour. I attempted to broach the subject before. Mine intention was to ensure no words remained unspoken between them, lest tragedy intercede, as regret I myself know all too well. Alas, in the end he refused to heed my counsel. Heed it, Thancred, heed! A time will come when they must face the reality of their circumstances, but I have faith that all will be well in time. Now let us not tarry any longer. The Talos and the Balthorang await. Unmasked. Emet would never stab someone, that'd be too barbaric for him. He wouldn't be asked with the dry cleaning. He just wouldn't stab someone just to not get blood on his clothes. Right. Where's the next quest? It's disappeared. There is no quest. Huh? Full steam ahead. Oh, over here, okay. Right. You've done us a kindness far greater than we deserve. Thank you. I mean it. You are solid, mate. Just thinking about the trolley speeding down the tracks, gears whirring, gods, I can't stop smiling. Where is my quest holder? Over there. Oh, that's a quest image for you. Full steam ahead. Fuck. The buckles will not be buckled. See you on the next live stream, guys. Thanks for joining. We're about that time in the stream. Until the next live stream. And a joke, and we will continue.
It's been years since I've seen a Talos in such fine shape. Would that Agnew was here to see it. Or our son. I was ready to let her dreams die down there in the mines, even after you'd found the Leonine. I refused to believe it could work. Gods, what a fool I was. But I tell you now, I'm going to take good care of this Talos, for both their sakes, on behalf of my family and all the miners of Twine. Thank you. Well, enough chit-chat. Let's go get you lot to Nabatharang, eh?
Everything seems to be in order. I take it the Talos' presence resolves the issue of the gate.
Oh, that, yes. It is desired to open at the Talos' approach.
Then we can finally go to Nabatharang?
Yes, we can. You certainly can. All that remains is a final check of the control box over at the mines. You hear that, boys? Get that Talos over the mines and give a close eye on her around the curves. Understood?
Yes, sir. Thanks, sir. I've let that kind of work. Let us repair to the mines then. Before we go, while you were away with Lenore, I prepared an extra set of cartridges for you. Oh yeah, because she blesses them, doesn't she? And this one, it's the practice cartridge you gave me. I know I should have thrown it away ages ago, but I've been adding a little extra every day after so many charges. I'm honestly not sure what it will do, but I want you to have it for luck. So the first cartridge Thancred gave her, she's been supercharging it to the point she don't know what it's going to do. So there's going to be some crazy bullet that's going to do some crazy stuff. Infinity, say things, Thancred. Say the wordy words. We should hurry. Magnus and the others are probably wondering where we are. Thancred, loosen your tongue, boy. Say wordy words. Fuck. So it's like Bayonetta's lipstick bullet. I still haven't played Bayonetta. I still really want to, and I definitely want to even more now that there's something called a lipstick bullet. Right. Crivens, mate. 10-4. This is not an emotional drill. Emotional Pain Inc. I think you'd love Bayo. So much fun. It looks it, man. Fuck's sake. Someone typed the word moist and it distracted me. Oh, there's another little bridge here. Yay. Moist. I need a moist emote. It's when something moist is happening in the stream. There's a fellow traveller dying. I will save you, fellow traveller. Mike Sloan. I've got you, Mike Sloan. There we go. I helped Mike Sloan out. Now we're going to trade with Mike Sloan. Fucking... Give me money, bitch! Payment for my services. I don't do shit for free. Mike Sloan's like, what the fuck? For a second now, I thought ladder climbing was actually a thing in 14. How the hell did you do that, Azaleen? Old Tross's redneck cousin. Blue redneck cousin. Alright, all appeareth ready for the grand departure, but one task yet remaineth. I know what you're thinking, and I will talk to her when the time is right. Don't be a coward, Thancred. He's got. I swear to God, if he leaves the words as dying words, I'm going to spank Thancred so hard. So this is it. We're finally going to the Batharang. I've thought long and hard about what to say to her, to the room in Philia. I hope that when the time came I would know, but with every step we take I feel more uncertain. There's no reason to give up though. Not when so much is at stake. Thank you, all of you, for helping me get here. Now let's not get back to playing. Shit, Talos is ready to go. Right, is this not the most beautiful sight you've ever seen? Oh, if only I could capture this moment in a painting, or even a quick pencil sketch. Hey, you seem pretty good at everything. You wouldn't happen to be an artist too, would you? Where's Alfie when you need him? Wait. I can run through this cart? It's incorporeal. Right, before we board, I gotta get that coffee in my body. Ever since we got the Talos moving again, Jarek has been acting strangely. Perhaps strange isn't the right word. More overexcited, but as long as he gets the job done, I suppose I can't complain. Alright, we are at the hour and 52-minute mark, and there's no way I could leave you guys hanging, so we're gonna have to double stream this. Yes, yes. Zug Zug, we'll double stream this for sure. Alright, we'll take a quick 5-10 minute then. 10-minute break if that's cool. I won't even shut the stream down. We'll keep it flowing. But for Full Fantasy Peasants who are watching this back on replay, thank you for all the support over Full Fantasy Peasants, by the way. I always get so many beautiful comments, lore drops, juicy stuff, suggestions in the chat over on that channel. So thank you guys. Watching it on replay. But yeah, until the next video for you guys.